So about that. Last time on Sav Wars, our intrepid heroes kicked the door down to a Sith enclave, a safe house used by their intelligence
I wouldn't
services.
say we kicked the door
Alright, you
down.
were about to knock politely, then the door opened and a gun was shoved in your face because
I think
you
I was
were
about to
not
set a
subtle
death
about
charge
approaching
on
this
the
place.
door, actually. But then they pulled a gun on me.
Yeah. And inside, Ivy had been getting tortured by Sith intelligence because reasons that seemed to be pointing towards her sister, but no one would really tell her anything concrete because intelligence, lol. Uh,
They
on their
were
way,
expecting her to know what they were talking about.
they did. They genuinely seemed to expect her to know things that she genuinely did not. But on the way
Oops.
to rescuing Ivy, the party made a deal with a intelligence broker by the name of Nock, who gave them a deal if they would be so kind as to bring him back the safe house's computer case, and an even better deal when they agreed to bring back an earpiece used by the agents therein. However, a gunfight broke out outside the safe house. The party managed to get inside and seal the door after dispatching one Imperial officer and knocking out another, an actual agent. Lalesh got blasted and fell unconscious. H1 and Stark are both injured. Ivy is tied to a chair and is buck naked. Cal is the only perfectly functional member of the group. Unfortunately, he wasn't functional enough to force detect that before he died, the Imperial officer activated a self-destruct mechanism in the safe house. And our fading shot last time was on a bunch of Space C4 up in the rafters going beep, 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 beep. So, we will rejoin our heroes in media res with a view outside this huge Smuggler's Moon skyrise apartment complex as a great big boom fireball erupts out of one of the windows, sending glass and metal flying down onto the unsuspecting bystanders below. And several figures go flinging out just on the edge of the explosion, as heroes are wont to do, and find themselves being flung down towards the sweet, sweet embrace of gravity and the
Are
death
we gonna fall in a
thereof.
garbage ditch, garbage hole, garbage bin,
So,
dumpster?
I think at this height, falling to a garbage bin would still kill you.
Shit.
Yeah, surprise TPK, everybody make new characters. No. But before you get blown out of this place with Cal and Lalesh's last minute forced sense of impending danger, you all have a
What do you mean
chance.
mine? From sweet unconsciousness?
Yeah, you have a sense and
Oh yeah, sure, I
yeah,
can sense my brain pouring out my fucking nose.
exactly. It's very useful when you're in a coma to know you're about to die. So,
Let's
those of
just
you
agree to disagree.
who are not unconscious have the chance to take one action. Presumably, one of you will take the action to grab Lalesh, and maybe one of you will untie Ivy. In the room, you have already found the computer case with the Sith information on it. There is, of course, Ivy tied in a chair. There's a dead Imperial officer and his utility belt, which will no doubt have credentials, weapons, credits, etc. There's a footlocker with all of Ivy's equipment in it. And there is an unconscious Imperial agent who had a big, fat, heavy repeating blaster rifle.
Please untie me. While the view is rather unique, it's very uncomfortable where I am right now. Guys,
Was I not already grabbing Lailesh?
The deafening silence.
All right, so Cal is grabbing Lilesh.
Please
Okay.
acquire Ivy
Okay,
so that she can help Lilesh.
Yeah, if Cal's grabbing her, then I'll take care of Ivy.
I will go for the heavy. I will grab the repeating the blaster rifle and that guy's like data pack.
Is
data
there-
All
stuff?
right, you
There
gotta
is
choose
spare-
one. H1.
Shit.
Remember the earpiece as well.
What? The gun. Oh, it's so big and shiny. Oh. No, I'll be a responsible droid and I'll grab the guy's like belt and stuff, his stuff. Whatever.
All right. So H1 grabs the Imperial officer's utility belt on her way out. And Ivy, what do you grab?
I grab my stuff and I shoot her in the head on my way out.
All right. Boom.
I'll miss you, heavy repeating blaster rifle.
All right.
Aw,
And just
I'll
as you're
miss
getting
you.
those particular items, Cal has this sense of impending danger and rushes the party to the window just in time for you to be blown out by concussive force and flung into free fall down 50 stories. And just like a certain scene from episode 2, we see that there are several layers of hover cars zipping to and fro underneath you.
Oop.
What do you do?
Take Lailesh, put my back to where I'm falling with her cradled in, and just hope I hit a ship not too hard.
Hope. Okay.
I will rely on my totally normal doctor training.
All right, and what does that entail?
Well, I don't think I have a grapple line on this gun. I think it's just its only neat trick is it can be turned into sniper configuration and do a flash round. So we're just free fall, right?
Yeah, you guys are free falling into traffic at the moment.
Why are we in episode 2?
Because
Can we
a
have death
bomb
sticks
went off.
now?
Yes.
Okay,
you can
hang
have the
on.
death sticks when you get down to the bar at the bottom.
Hang on. I need to open my character sheet.
All right. So while you're figuring that out, Stark H1.
Wait.
I guess I'm going to try to I'm going to try and I guess swim my way through the air. I guess on my way, try to direct my fall a little bit into an incoming vehicle.
All right. Do you have any kind of vehicle in particular you want to aim for? Because there's a lot of them.
I want to try. Not an unmanned transport. I want to land in I'll land on on someone's car.
Okay. H1, would you kindly make a strength check using stamina or swimming? Your choice.
So,
You're swimming through the air.
Gee, so heads up, either one. It's going to be just a that. Oh, I rolled a 6.
You did it. Alright, so the camera cuts to a open top convertible hover car with a very well dressed Twi'lek sitting inside talking over a comlink as he drives one handed, and then boom, the whole car shudders as H1's robotic body just slams into his commander seat back there. And Stark.
Alright, so I do have some synth rope.
Look at this guy
So-
coming prepared.
I mean, it's just rope, it doesn't have a grapple, so I'm going to have to try to not only throw it at a thing, I'm also going to have to try to tie a fucking lasso mid-free fall and then latch that onto a thing. That's... It's not going to be easy, I don't think.
No,
But,
I think we can just combine that into a dexterity check.
yeah. And, let's see. H1 has landed in a thing. Cal and Lalesh are in freefall, but he has the force. If anyone can... He ought to be covered, but Ivy... I'm also going to try to, see if I can, while I'm swinging around with the rope, try and grab Ivy and get her safe as well.
Okay. So this will be a pretty hard check. Let's say target number 15.
Let's say I'm using my force point.
Okay. It's probably a good time to use it since you are saving somebody. If you succeed on this, you will actually earn a force point. Ooh. Nice. Alright.
Needed to spend it as well.
So, describe the action for us.
So, yeah, I'm falling, going to start reeling out rope from my belt. Tie a little hoop at the end, and then spin it up. And while it's spinning, I'll reach out, just grab one of Ivy's hands and hurl it to hook around the exhaust pipe, or I guess of the car that H1 is attached to. So we're gonna swing down and be dangling 30 feet underneath it.
Excellent. Alright, yeah, the whole car tips backwards with the weight and just starts skidding along. Now this Twi'lek man is just shouting angrily and waving his fists at H1. But as that happens, a couple of shapes plummet past. Cal.
I want to kind of change what I was doing.
Okay.
So I'm a Sith, and Eilish needs to survive because she's unconscious and cannot brace herself. So, since I'm not getting hit right away, I'll change my orientation so I can use force control and try to brace my feet for landing on a car or one of the passing by ships, and be able to try to help cradle the impact for Eilish however I can.
So what you're saying is you're going to do the superhero landing.
I guess, but on a car, hopefully, not on the floor.
Well, yeah, if you land on the floor, you're going to die. So that's
Have
worst
you
case
played
scenario.
the new Deus Ex?
I know what you're talking about. I can't do force.
Just do it.
Lightning.
Oh.
Yeah, need
You
all
have
for
to
that.
learn. Need all of them for that.
Alright. Yeah, so let's roll force control. Let's say target number 5. It's fairly easy to just strengthen your legs, I think.
It's the old one.
Nice, no problem. Alright, and Cal, roll me a d6. Since you weren't aiming... Oh, no, you do not in fact land in the car Stark, H1, and Ivy were aiming for. Indeed, you fall directly past that car to the lane below it, which is going the opposite direction, and the two of you land with a thump into a open-top trash truck that is trundling on by. What a wonderful new smell you've discovered. But it is a soft impact that does not hurt Lalesh in any way.
Well, first of all, fuck this car. I'll look over to the side and prepare to jump again into another oncoming vehicle.
Okay. Are you hoping to go into a car going the opposite way then?
Yes, going the way I saw my friends go. Let's
All
not
right.
split up.
So I'm guessing you want a force jump, or are you just jumping
Force
normally?
jump.
Okay, so another control check. This one will probably be harder. Let's say target number 10.
Strength doesn't help at all.
No, this is pure use the force.
If that's the case, then I literally should just make a strength check.
Okay. That's the same target number either way.
Mm. Okay, I'll use the force point because I don't trust my luck.
Alright. This is not quite so dramatic, so you won't be losing the force point or anything, but you won't be gaining one.
Fine. I won't use the force point.
I mean, I'm saying you won't lose it. But your choice.
I feel like force control should be adding on to my strength, not using that, not replacing the number completely. It's just kind of pointless for me.
I mean, if that's the case, then the target number would have to be like 3 times as high, because you're adding 2 entire number scores.
Mm-hmm. I guess the book doesn't have any rules for force jump, so that's fair. I'll just roll the force.
Okay.
And it was fine.
No problemo. Alright, you leap out of the dumpster car and land on the roof of a, like, public transport bus. There's a, like, scattering of yelps of surprise from inside as the car shudders with the impact of your two bodies. But you are going pretty much parallel with the car holding the rest of your party. And back up there, yeah, we join you guys as Stark. Are you and Ivy going to try and climb up into the car, or are you just content to dangle?
I mean, it'd be nice not dangling. I doubt I've even had time to put on my clothes.
No, you don't. Everyone
Just
is getting
grab
a
the-
full frontal view of a
It's-
pure blood.
Oh, that's fine.
Fine for them, especially, yes.
Really need to. Oh, hey, they get to actually find out how I managed to squeeze into the bodysuit.
Suit.
Yeah.
How did you do it?
Baby powder.
And given that the rope is, attached to my belt, I think if we're gonna climb up, Ivy does have to go first.
Alright, Ivy, are you going to do it?
Stray?
What?
Are you going to
I-
climb up?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Reading through my character sheet.
Cool. No check required to get up the rope, but it is taking sufficient time that Stark, just as Ivy's getting up over you and towards the car, the driver takes a sharp, like 90-degree turn that sends you swinging out to the side, directly into oncoming traffic. Would you please make a dexterity check to twist and yank yourself around to avoid being flattened on somebody's fender?
Can I petition this be a dodge check instead of raw dexterity?
Yes, that is perfectly fine.
target number?
Let's say 10. No problem. You manage to pull up your legs and twist around just in time to avoid a oncoming car, then swing to the side as a truck barrels past.
So, what role is it going to be for Grand Theft Auto?
Well, let's find out. So the three of you are soon in the back of this guy's car, and he is yelling at you. He might be on the phone with the cops. You're not sure anymore.
The cops, that's funny.
Yeah, exactly, right. The cops. He's calling somebody about this, you're sure. But yeah, he's a Twi'lek man, maybe like 25-ish, green-skinned, wearing fairly nice clothes. It's a nice car, and
So, what role is it for Bond Neck Chop?
No, he's driving the car.
I'll drive it.
You're not in the
Wait.
car.
Oh,
Oh,
are we
yeah.
in separate cars?
Yeah.
We're in separate. What car am I in? I'm trying
You
to-
are in a car. You're on top of a bus, one level of traffic below the rest of the party.
Who else is who's in the Twi'lek's car with me?
So in the Twi'lek's car is. Let me move some tokens around here.
I'm gonna want to jump to their car.
All right, it's above you, so that's going to be another. Like that has to be a force jump.
Yeah. I mean, okay. So here's the thing, right? I mean, yeah, I think you should make a roll to see if you get the force augmentation, but it's weird if force jump is just my force control points, because I basically have force strength already, so I should just be able to jump like a Jedi just by being a strong dude. If that makes any sense?
I see what you're saying, but no. Like each individual jump is another check.
No, I'm fine with each individual jump being a check. I'm just saying I think it should be a different check to like force augment myself and then jump.
So make 2 different rolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So you're like empowering your next roll. Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it
let's-
bothers me that the control would be the jump and not like control plus.
I
or, like
mean,
augmented after making the control roll.
I see what you're saying, but
I would suppose that you'd only need to make the one because the succeeding at the augmentation technically just invalidates the need for the follow-up roll. Just
right.
like if you were to imagine like I'm juiced up enough to jump, you're juiced up enough to jump. No one needs to make a check to jump up and down in real life, but you're already boosting yourself up to however much you need to make this jump.
Right.
I
Scout
guess
has the
that
right of it.
Okay, then that's fair.
So yeah, we'll get to you in a moment, though. Rest of the party, you are in a car with a very irate individual. What are you gonna do about this guy? He's not like turning violent yet, but he's certainly not helpful to you. He's not taking you where you want to go.
Hey, listen, mate, just bring us down somewhere, landable. We'll get out your hair and
You wonderful
How-
man, you have saved us. Surely
How
we
does,
can compensate you for your trouble.
yeah, how does 5 undies sound for you?
Alright, you flash in the credits, and whether or not he understands your language, he understands that language. And so he takes a hard turn again. The rope sort of flails around behind you as it's still being retracted up into Stark's belt. And Cal, this is your chance to make the jump. This is as close as your cars will ever be, as he's turning like through and above your lane. So, make a roll.
Okay, it's a question.
Mhm.
I'm on a bus, right?
You're on top of a bus, yeah.
So, what would be the roll instead of jumping straight up? Finding another car with an open top and then just like shifting that one up real quick and then jumping off? Seems like the smarter thing to do.
So, these guys are in the immediate next tier up. So, like, there's not any closer vehicle between you and them. In this
No, I mean, like,
particular-
is there any vehicle to the side of me that will be an easier jump and has an open top? that I can just like hijack for a second to make it go up. So
Okay, so you just want to hijack another car. Okay, yeah, you can do that for sure.
yeah.
There's loads of cars beside you, so go ahead and make another force jump check. Same target number as before. You guys did not get the computer.
Oh, I thought you said we did get the computer.
No, you saw it, but the only person who had time to loot any like miscellaneous gear was H1, and she got the officer's belt.
Okay, apparently.
So I'm sure your information broker will be very happy about that. But
Oh, I thought it was like I thought it was like it wasn't. It was like an actual like computer.
yeah, no, that's what he sent you there for, was an actual like computer.
I thought it was. I thought it was like a data pad.
Oh, we have enough money that we can just pay the extra.
Yeah, probably. All right.
I mean, unless he's massively going to increase it from his starting offer, which he might, like, my cash on hand would be enough.
Probably. All right, 2 seconds. I gotta let this dog outside. She's going insane. Okay, I'm back. Alright, so, yeah. Kel, no problem. You jump from the bus onto another car going the same way as you, hop into the back. There's just a poor civilian in there. You bonk him. Take over the car. What do?
Was it really necessary to knock the men out?
I didn't say I was gonna knock him out. All I need to do is just like reach over, pull the like steering wheel up for a second, and then just like jump off and let them go about their business.
Okay, make a strength check.
Sure.
Target number 8. You're probably fine. Alright, this motherfucker fights you for control of the wheel. You are carjacking him in the middle of a space lane, trying to pull him up into traffic. He ain't having none of it, but you manage to get control for just long enough to pull the car up into the above lane, where you have a clean jump onto the same, like, open-topped as the rest of the party. And with control of the vehicle, I think it's a simple enough gig for you to pull up alongside and make the hop.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do so, Ivy, you see that Lalesh has a blaster bolt hole in her and is just sort of bleeding out. What do?
Which is why I needed to get you guys as soon as possible.
6D. Oh, wait, we have a thing.
You have a thing?
Oh, yeah, we have the input thing.
Yes.
I forgot about that. Yeah, modifiers. I don't have any modifiers. Get out of here. Target number. Who knows?
I think it's like
19.
sufficient. Alright. Lulesh, you are not bleeding to death anymore. You're very unconscious. But you are going to be fine.
Cool.
Alright, and I think with that done, it's safe enough to sort of skip ahead to this guy letting you out of his car. He takes your 5 hundo, calls you some names in his Twi'lecian, and then fucks off into the horizon.
What a rude man. You
It
paid him
seems
and
that-
everything.
It seems everything in this city is solved by rather violence or money, or a
That
combination.
is the nature
two.
of this planet.
I like this place. I should put clothes on.
Ivy, why were those people holding you captive?
Well, I went to an old friend of mine and I asked, I never really liked talking about it, but I'm kind of persona non grata back in, in the seat. And I'm more or less exiled, and I have no idea why. So I went to go ask, and instead, my friend betrayed me and had me tortured. Well, he didn't have me tortured; he was shot to death. But then the people that he was work for tortured me. That lady I shot on the way out. It was very rude
By the way, why did she get a dark side point for that?
because I'm not a force user.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am A, not a force user, and B, if it were possible for me to accrue dark side points, Ivy would not be a playable character.
Everyone can accrue dark side points. It's just you have to spend a force point.
Yeah, if Ivy had spent a
Then
force
do
point to
evil.
just murder a random unconscious person, then lol. But
No. Yeah. So yeah,
I hope you're
I-
telling us everything. Lilash was hurt in this little endeavor.
I quite am. They were wondering what happened to my sister. I had no idea. They kept torturing me. Still had no idea. Apparently, Sith politics. They couldn't kill me outright, so I was exiled.
I understand.
Well, you see, family name and all that stuff, so my family will spend resources protecting me simply because having their daughter killed by a rival is it makes you look very bad.
Speaking of looking very bad, can you please wake up Lilash and also find some clothing? We're starting to accrue more.
I have my clothing right here, but can I actually use stims to wake Lilash without it having a chance of harming her? Is that possible?
yeah, you're a fucking doctor. You can easily just like give someone a wake up shot.
Sure. I give her a wake up shot and then start looking around for my panties.
All right. Well, unless you gasp back into consciousness.
Alright, give me a moment. I do not try and immediately pull a gun and shoot the first silhouette that I can see as I come to.
which would have been Cal.
I probably would have been me. I
No,
was
probably would have
standing
been the
for-
doctor, actually. It's
The
like,
very-
alright, thanks for the rescue. Blam! You cunt. No. Yeah. I'm like halfway scrambling to reaching for it, but I do not. In
I
fact,
wait. I waved nakedly at you. Welcome back. We've been having fun. Well, I've been
Great.
tortured. And then we
Awesome.
fell.
Okay.
The
But you're
apartment
fine
blew
now.
up.
Everything's fine.
Oh yeah, I feel fantastic. Actually, no, my head hurts a whole lot, and now my teeth taste like metal. And I can't help but notice that we're in the middle of fuck nowhere, and everyone's looking rather singed. I assume I do too. Please give me the long update, someone. Cal, Starrick, H1.
Alright, so when you went down, we forced our way into the place, locked it up, found Ivy, and some Sith motherfucker booby-trapped it. So the apartment blew up, we fell into traffic, and now we're in the fuck middle of nowhere with basically none of the stuff we went there for.
Fantastic. So, besides Ivy, that was an incredible failure. Wait, are we being chased by Sith or by agents like SIS and shit like that?
The Sith. Oh, you mean, well, technically they're agents.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we
Okay.
cut back over to the apartment, the scorched wreck, and we see that hooded, red-haired Sith Lord with her scarred face and robotic hand standing in the middle of this blasted-out apartment with Cypher 9 beside her, and another agent, one of the ones who was outside, apologizing profusely, and then we just see her lightsaber into his chest and then deactivate again.
Can I sense her hatred?
You're a Nar Shaddaa. I feel like everything around you is just hatred and misery.
A Sith's hatred, especially a Sith's Lord hatred, burns much brighter.
That's
Can I
fair.
roll?
All right, yeah, you can make a sense roll. Yeah, I feel like you reach your senses out when Lalesh starts asking about Sith, and then you feel this burning, intense hatred from back the way you came. An almost familiar hatred.
I recognize that kind of hatred. That's the kind of hatred you have for somebody you wish revenge upon. I think our friend from the moon base survived.
Awesome.
For fuck's sake.
Fuck everything about this. Fuck. I wanted a day off.
We should move.
One day off!
We don't want to be tracked down by the Sith Lord.
I did acquire something from the building.
I doubt it's gonna do much to cover the fact that we now owe them a bunch of fucking money.
I don't know what's in this guy's utility belt. What did this guy have on him?
Alright, the Imperial officer has a data pad, he has a encrypted comm link, he has his ID, like, tags, a blaster pistol, and several charges for the pistol, little energy packs.
Alright, hand those here. I'm gonna make sure there's no fucking tracker in it, otherwise we're all just gonna get killed. Gimme.
Here.
And yeah, I'm gonna make a security test on this thing.
Okay.
No, I don't want to actually like unencrypt anything. I'm just looking for trackers.
Mm-hmm.
Target number?
Let's say 10. This is a pretty rudimentary data pad.
No, I have no fucking idea. Alright, let's go hand this into what's his fucking face. And then I guess we get to leave Nar Shaddaa immediately. With no follow-up job. Or money.
I mean,
I mean,
we are
do
on Nar
have a
Shaddaa.
follow-up job.
We are on Nar Shaddaa. It's incredibly difficult for even Sith intelligence to track us here. And, I mean, Sith may be incredibly powerful, but here, Hutts are the law. And she can be as strong as she wants, but the Hutts have Jedi and Sith killers.
Sure, but at the same time, if we spend time here hanging around, she'll either find a way or find a good place to wait so that she can kill us when we leave. So no, we can't hang around.
That's impossible. I never go down the same alleyway, the same route, the same way.
Yeah, but she's using the Force because she's fucking cheating.
Oh, Force user.
Yes.
There's also the point that the Hutts have no reason to protect us. It's in our best interest to keep on the move.
Well, no, we're guests. We're paying guests.
Alright, so that's why they stepped in and were the ones to rescue you from the torture den.
They didn't even know I went there. That's
And they
different.
won't
I
even
went
know this-
into I went into a zone where I wasn't supposed to be
Why did you do that?
because I had to have questions. I wanted
You were going gambling.
I did, and
We are
then I
going to
went
have this
gambling, I met him.
conversation. We are not going to have this conversation on the street. Come, we need to at least be somewhere safer.
No, even before that, I want rid of this fucking thing and all of their belongings, so we can pay our fucking debt out. Let's go. And I'm gonna flag just the nearest taxi. How much does it cost to get ourselves back to the information broker?
Like 20 credits.
Okay, I pay it.
Okay. When you arrive back in that like general area, you quickly find that there's a fairly large crowd gathered around that apartment building. You know, it's like a block or two away. There's no presence of the Empire or Sith that you can see, but there's whatever the huts use for emergency crews, like putting out a little fire. You know, people are used to seeing murder and death in the streets all the time, but an apartment building exploding is, you know, a little unique. Worth taking a selfie of.
Alright, new idea. Hey Stark, call your friend. Tell them to meet us somewhere entirely random. We have a bunch of stolen Imperial agent shit. So we might get money out of this, who knows?
Hold on, I think you're misunderstanding Seven.
That building that dude was in, the information broker, is currently on fire, yes? Or
No,
was on
it's
fire?
the apartment building you guys were in, like a few blocks
Oh,
away.
right. I'm talking about the information broker's place. I want nothing to do with that apartment.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm saying that it's a couple blocks away from the information broker.
Oh, right.
Because you wanted a local guy in this neighborhood.
It's true. I feel like we wouldn't have gone past that apartment block, though, because that would have been crazy.
I mean, you didn't go past it, but it's in sight.
Alright. Then let's duck in. And make the sale.
Yeah, no problem. I think we can streamline this encounter. He's not happy that you didn't bring him his shit, but you do have Imperial agent stuff, so that might be worth something.
I mean, we do have an encrypted communicator with from him and his data pad. He can just have that stuff, I guess.
Yeah.
That's something.
Lash, will you make a bargain roll?
I'd love to.
Okay.
What an abysmally shit roll again.
Dang, you say that, but that's a pretty decent roll.
I threw 5 dice at it and couldn't couldn't get above a 3 on 4 of them.
Yeah, still enough.
Great.
Alright, so he's willing to accept all the shit from the Sith guy and 250 credits and call it even.
It's not as bad as it could be, but I mean,
Okay. I hand it over.
Alright. He will take the stuff, tuck it into his desk, and suggest quite sternly that you not show your face around this neighborhood again.
Great. Yeah. Now, I see on the party loot we've got 500 credits bribes. Was that one you put in for that card just now?
Oh no, I paid that of the 2K I was carrying in pocket.
Okay. Alright, so... God, we did not even get to enjoy an entire night stay in this fucking place.
no. We could try and sell off the Imperial ship salvage.
No, because that's just ship salvage, and we can use that to repair the ship as well. Our one as well.
Spare parts.
Yep. We're not that hard off for money that we need to start selling emergency things like that.
Not yet, no.
Our collection is down to 4806.
But there is also the fact that, we each one of us had 2,000 credits cash in hand to spend on fun things.
I'm
can
broke.
just
I
put
spent
that
all my
back
money.
in. Okay then. We've still got over 10,000.
Yep. Yeah, we've still got a reasonable amount of money. It's just a shame that I don't get to gamble and make it into more money or do any casino shit. But oh well. Let's look for a job so we can at least go somewhere we can get paid.
Lalesh,
Maybe they'll be
stop
on the way.
being- Yeah, remember, we have somewhere we are already meant to be going.
Yeah, I was just hoping we could pick up things to sell on the way there. You know, make a little bit more money on the side. I'm just annoyed. I had plans. They're all fucked. All of them completely fucked.
Not to compound the problems, but we do have a Sith Lord on the planet actively searching for us. Every minute we spend on here is just a minute we give for them to track us down.
Okay. Let's go. Alright.
Alright, so the plan is to, what, just take back alleys
GTFO.
back to your hotel?
I'm just a fucking taxi again.
Okay.
I'm not hanging around here a moment longer than I have to.
Hotel is considerably further away, so let's bump that up to like 50 credits, but still not a big deal.
You.
And yeah, you return to the loud, gaudy casino high up in the higher floors of a great skyrise. There's crowds coming and going, laughing, drinking, shouts of excitement. Nobody here has any idea what just happened. It's a normal day.
Of course. It's a great day here.
It is.
I am going to go up to the counter. I am going to let them know that our rooms are booking out early, and if they've got some kind of returns on this.
That's cute.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah,
try
that
a
is
bargain.
cute. But when you show up with Stark on your arm, so to speak, they recognize him at the counter and say that his cousin left him something for him to pick up. And they will go into the back room and return with a silver case that they slide over to you, Stark.
Oh, yes, your cousin. Wink, wink.
Many thanks.
The girl behind the counter just like gives a little nod and bow.
All right, everyone. We'll take an hour, and then we're gonna get out of here. I'm gonna look this lady in the face and go, "Can you please order like a pallet of reasonable alcohol for our ship and docking, and also turn 1,000 credits into chips?"
Yes, she can do that. For an entire pallet of alcohol, I feel like that's going to be fairly pricey, like a couple hundred credits.
All right.
Yeah, let's say 200.
How much alcohol are you planning on drink, Master?
Plenty, but I want it to last me. I just know that it's probably going to be a long time of traveling, and a bunch of it's going to be in the Outer Rim. It's going to be really hard to get a good drink, and our new passenger has considerably more expensive tastes.
Lilish,
You do get tired of Booney Swill.
Yes, exactly.
Lilish,
Yes.
I am sorry that your plans had to come to such an abrupt end. If there's anything I can do to help you, well, ease the sting of this day, all you need to do is tell me.
Just an hour by myself is all I ask. And then I'm going to scoop up my chips and head to the nearest high rolling table.
Okay. Give me that gamble roll.
Sure. And I'm gonna fucking just gamble the whole 1,000 so that I can get through it in this hour on a long roll table.
Okay.
Hey, a naturally decent roll now. Well, it's an okay roll.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
It's better than average.
This is a hut casino, so let's see how they deal with you.
Yeah.
All right. Oof. All right, you're
Okay,
gonna come
I
out
leave again.
with a 5% loss. You don't lose everything, but you do
Wait,
not make a profit.
wait.
What?
Can I do something?
Please don't cheat.
Well,
Absolutely no force using.
damn it, fine. Say, can I give Lilash my force point?
No.
That is not how that works.
Okay.
Yep.
Also, Stark,
Okay.
do you at any point open the case?
Yes. Yes.
Good answer. All right, you pop open the silver case and find that it is full to the brim with casino chips.
Huh.
A quick count indicates that it's probably about 10 grand.
Look, Lilash, Matt, money.
I'm like looking at what was a good hand when I just went into it, and on supposedly as much talent as I had, they destroyed me. Great.
The house always wins.
Yep.
Lilash said not. I'll give her an hour on her own. I'll just cash these in.
Yep, she is spending an hour at the table and sadly not going away with it, coming away with any profit. She'll turn it back into cash at the end of her hour.
All right.
Oddly satisfying to just put a new digit into the money thing.
In it, though.
Is that going in party or on your sheet?
Party.
Cool.
And um, I'm also at some point going to head up to the rooms and pack. Packing seems like a good idea.
All right.
So how many Sith assassins are waiting for me?
It's not the Sith assassins you should be worried about, but the Republic ones now. But no. It's just the top floor of a casino. You go inside, you pack your shit up, presumably pack the rest of the party's shit up because they're busy downstairs. Haul it off onto a little trolley and come on downstairs. No problem. So yeah, party, what do? Yourself.
I didn't. Never mind. So I am going to bandage whatever wounds I accrued from my torture. Put some
Okay.
clothes on. Well, I actually, you know what? I'm going to go into their little what is it called? What is Star Wars Internet?
The HoloNet.
I forget.
HoloNet.
Yeah, the HoloNet. I'm gonna go down to like the little HoloNet center and go shopping.
Okay. Yeah, they have the little business center down there, which has some computers you can use. You shopping for anything specific?
Oh, I was already typing.
Oh, all right.
I kind of thought. I kind of thought you were just gonna move on. Yeah, probably just gonna get some of that. I already have a gun. Can I? Where is the tools thing again? Gear chart. There we go. All right. Give me a second with the tools chart.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see how much stuff costs. Someone else can go do stuff.
All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to do here on Nar Shaddaa?
I guess.
What's the difference between a med pack and medicines? Because I have medicines.
Medpack lets you heal wounds on the fly. Medicines are for
Okay.
like treating diseases and stuff.
Well, I already have both. I was just wondering.
Okay, well, there you go.
So what's the official name for those little things that Luke had to use for training and start?
You mean the
Little
training
Oh.
droids?
It's
disco
just
balls?
a fucking scout droid with just a little pity blaster on it, set to stun.
Guess I'll buy one of those,
Alright, alright.
and then I'll keep an eye out.
It's a Marksman H combat remote.
Of course it is.
I just looked it up to see what it was actually called. It actually has like a friggin' name. And apparently, I thought that training, that little droid thing, I thought that was what's his name, Obi-Wan Kenobi's. It turns out that was Han Solo's marksman thing that he just trains on to it. It shoots at him and he dodges.
Mm-hmm.
Because dodging blaster bolts is important.
Yep.
It is.
Have you seen this combat system? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, getting hit by like ionized plasma fucking blows.
Why do you think
Sorry,
I'm
ionized
buying?
gas.
Why do you think I'm buying it?
I mean, that is a fair point. Time to learn how to dodge good.
I am going to buy a survival tent on top of the negligee. And what else? Okay, I already have those, so... What's synthrope? Is it just...
It's
know,
rope in
rope?
space.
Okay.
It's that
Well, because
thing-
they added an E to the synth.
It's
so.
the thin cords.
I guess I should buy
That
some.
really, 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 really thin rope that they can use to swing their whole bodies from belts.
I guess I
Hey,
should buy
speaking
some of that rope.
Speaking of
Grappling
which, you
hook
know what
isn't
might be
on
helpful?
here, I'm
Is,
sad.
grappling hooks.
Yeah, well, I wanted a grappling gun, but they don't have one. Why?
Do they
Guess I should
not?
buy a grappling hook as well.
Yeah,
Oh.
let's say a grappling gun costs like 100 credits.
Really? Because a black powder pistol costs 200.
Grappling.
Or are we not using this chart?
I mean, we are, but also well, I guess a grappling hook's more advanced than a black powder pistol. Yeah,
Well, because it's not literally like a flintlock. Black powder, I'm pretty sure they mean just.
yeah, they
like
mean
a
like a
a
1911
slug
or
thrower.
something.
Yeah.
No, they do not mean a slug thrower. They mean a flintlock.
Oh, do
There's
they?
a slug
What?
thrower right there on the chart.
Black
right under
powder
musket and
pistol,
black powder.
musket, slug thrower.
Alright,
That's
fair enough.
that's literally a pirate's flintlock.
I'm not sure why.
Okay,
this is
so let's
on
call it
this list.
250 for the grappling gun.
You all need a grappling gun after this. We have no excuse.
I'm gonna buy the whole fucking utility belt, I think. In fact, I might already have it. Let's have a look here. No, I just carry all the stuff that can go on it, except the grapple portion.
Can I buy some Sif spray away?
As soon as
like
the
me-
Republic invents some, I'll let you know.
It's like mace you just spray in their face when they're having their evil monologue.
I feel like that's definitely something the Republic would like to invest in, but
The Jedi see it as cheating, so they don't use it.
How much would would like a jetpack be?
Let's see. Yeah.
I think
Not
I
on
actually
here.
have stats for that. Hold on. Let me just
Or like
pull
the
out
repulsor lift pack?
an actual like softback here. Jetpack. Because I mean, of course, Star Wars would have stats and shit for a jetpack, right? I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
Eh. It's in here somewhere. I'm just gonna have to look for it for a minute. So if anyone else has something that doesn't need me to look stuff up, we can do that while I'm busy.
I'm gonna get a security systems toolkit so that I can that classic spike,
As you do.
which apparently can also be used as just a stabbing implement with one R.
1R is how
restricted.
difficult it
It's
is to...
available restricted. Sorry, but it's fucking hard space. I imagine that R doesn't apply.
Yeah, no, you can get anything here pretty much. Just depends on how much you're willing to pay.
Sure. How much to get a back to tank crammed into a fucking ship?
3,000
3K,
credits.
apparently. Yep. You guys want a back to tank in the ship?
It would probably help.
We get
I don't
injured a
guess.
lot.
I don't see why we should skimp on that, being completely honest. So yes.
All right. Yeah. I'd like to get a back to tank, please.
Yeah, it'll probably take a day to get it, like, loaded up and installed, but sure.
At this
You know
point,
what?
even I'm willing to
Yep,
wait
sure.
for that.
Yeah.
I guess I'll unpack after I get told that.
Yeah, I was looking through this fucking catalog of shit, and I feel like with the fact that getting shot seems to keep happening, I'd like a back to tank installed.
You know what? Yeah, that's worth a day.
No sense running from the Sith if they just kill us anyways.
Let's see here. Take my security stuff off my own loot, but the back to tank I'll take out of the party.
Oh, hey, you're lucky. I just looked up equipment in the Wizards of the Coast role-playing game, and a back to tank is 100,000 credits. Like, alright. I feel like there's been some inflation between the trilogies.
Yep. I'm just gonna go on our ship status thing.
Oh, that heavy repeating blaster was worth 5,000
I'm
credits.
sorry.
Could do 8D damage. Oh.
Oh, the heavy repeater is like an E-web. She was using the quote-unquote light repeating blaster, which to a normal person is like the fucking like Lewis gun thing the stormtroopers used in Episode 4. So that's the 60 one, I think.
Even
The
that's
repeating blaster.
Yeah.
Even that is extreme.
That's still good. That's still like
Yeah,
2K
it's still an
and-
extremely
and
good weapon.
60.
Faux show.
2D higher damage than my bowcast.
Let's get a whole fusion power generator so we can push it out the back of our ship into people if we need to.
I have one of those.
You have a fusion power generator, heavy?
Oh.
I mean,
The
she has to have
ship's
some
one.
kind of power generator, but I don't think she has one of those.
I have a small fusion generator with a charge cord attached to it.
How good's a shield generator in this, or is that the
not
ones
even
for,
sure how
for
that
standard
works.
placements?
Yeah, that's for like emplacements and vehicles and shit.
Done.
Yeah, there are no like shield belt things.
A shame.
Those did not become a thing until KOTOR.
Pretty
Oh,
much.
well.
Okay, here we go. Here's a fucking jetpack. Jesus. Only took 3 editions to get fucking rules for it.
Which, while in this right era for them, there are no rules for them.
Alright, now where's the goddamn price?
How good's a light repeating blaster? It might be worth fucking
Ew.
getting.
It's real good.
A repeating
6D,
blaster is 2,000.
and it is 6D of damage.
Yes.
Okay, a jetpack, including fuel cells and all of that good stuff, is 4,500 credits. But it will give you a mighty boost to speed, and also you can speed in fucking all of the directions.
Every direction.
All of them, except the one direction we don't talk about.
Why does this car have 6 pedals if there are only 4 directions?
Good questions, all. Alright.
So what
You
was
know
that
what?
for?
If we're here for an extra day, I'm probably going to try and gamble again.
So what was that you were saying, Savin? What was that for?
The jetpack is 4,500 credits.
4,500.
It's expensive, but it's a jetpack, so you know.
We got that George jetpack.
Yeah, I mean, it might be worth picking up a fucking a jetpack for our robot. It would create a lot of useful situations. Is there a use limitation on that jetpack, or does it just literally give your character a maneuverability then?
It gives your character flight.
Okay. I
Uh,
mean, I wouldn't mind a flying robot. She's not very maneuverable otherwise.
Amazing.
I'm
I
already
will
not
say
very
you will
stealthy.
eventually need to land and recharge it, but not very often.
Let's get that droid.
Jetpack droid.
Yeah.
Yes. There is nothing in life that isn't made better by a jetpack.
It's true. I mean, to be fair, like a couple of us are wearing like old scout armor. It would not look untoward for us to also be using jetpacks, but we only have so much money.
Can we get her
Fucking
jet
Boba
heels
Fett
instead?
party here.
Yeah. Look, if it all it takes to
get
survive.
I would like to get some armor to increase my armor. That would be cool, but we don't have the money for all of this nice stuff.
I would be willing to spring some cash out of the party loot to either give you armor or maneuverability.
No, it's fine. I already got 4. I got 4 D+2 armor.
That is quite good armor.
That's the same armor as me. You're
That's
fine.
just- I would like.
It's just that she always is going to get hit.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, my dodge is terrible still. So what I want is the bounty hunter armor.
You can't wear armor
With
though.
the
You're a
plus 1D.
droid.
And
You have to
Can-
get like plating and
Is
shit
that
like
a thing?
put
You
on
can't wear. You can't wear armor if you're a droid. You have to get it.
I mean, you're a humanoid droid, so you
humanoid.
could wear it. It would need to be modified for you, for sure, but like you could put it on your body.
I right now just have a protective vest and a protective helmet. No, wait, I have a protective vest and I have an extra 1 plus 1 in my armor. That's what I have.
Still more than most people.
Hard to say.
Can I, with the help of someone who is better at talking to people or negotiating, can I trade up my bowcaster for a blaster carbine?
That's certainly possible.
I will.
They
Would you like
are-
me to try one of my cursed rolls?
Funnily enough, they are actually the same price. So it'll only be a small fee because it's the bowcaster's used. Although the carbine would also probably be used too.
Yeah, if you
There
just
you
want to buy a
go.
used carbine, it'll just be a pretty nominal fee.
There you go. So a 17 bargain.
Alright, so if there's no price difference, let's just call it like, I don't know, 150 credits for tax and whatnot. Your hut protection tax.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, I was going to say. Oh, yeah, taxes and air quotes in this system.
Yeah,
That's fine.
taxes and air quotes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Makes sense. All right, go for it. Take that off of party cash if you'd like. So I don't think there's any other plans. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking give gambling a go. This time I'm gonna make the 1,000 last for a day instead of an hour and see if I can, if it's an easier test.
Alright, but you're still limiting yourself to just the 1,000. You're not gonna go all in on that 10 grand in chips?
No, I'm not going to go all in on the 10 grand in chips. I'll spend my own money.
Sure.
Yes.
That sounds like someone who is really saying no, but doesn't want to admit it.
That is what it sounds like.
There you go.
Alright.
I mean, you've beaten that number already once before on the same number of dice.
I have a question. Do we keep track of rations?
Your ship has rations. You guys don't really need to worry about food here on the planet.
Well, I was just wondering if I'm just still looking through shopping stuff, just idly.
Hey, you won.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll be good goddamned.
You make a 4% profit.
The ship
All
has
right.
1 month and 24 days worth of consumables. Currently.
Ivy probably like 50 credits. Although really you could spend as much money as you want and just increase the quality progressively.
So I'm just going to mark off 250 credits because I can, and that
Alright,
equals
you-
my.
You are getting that
It
shit
equals me out to-
custom ordered.
Yep, and then now it equals me out to 1,000 credits.
Nice.
Well, with a 4% markup, I'm up to 1,500.
Also nice.
It could be worse.
The price of a carbine actually matches the Wikipedia page for blaster carbines.
It's almost like 75% of Star Wars Legends comes from this rulebook.
It just says, I'm just saying, Site Note Saga Edition Core Rulebook number 1.
Mm-hmm.
This gun came with
Really
a
and truly,
retractable
like,
stock.
when they started writing EU novels, LucasArts sent the people, including, like, Timothy Zahn, just a box of Star Wars role-playing game books. We're like, here you go, this is the EU.
Weighs 2.2 kilograms, 50 shots, close range stun available. Optimum range is up to 45 meters. Maximum range 225 meters.
I mean, I feel pretty good about grenade launchers.
Yeah.
How much is one?
Only 500.
That is surprisingly good.
After seeing how grenades function, I'm kind of afraid to get any more.
The one time we've seen a grenade be thrown in this campaign, it did kill the owner and everyone around him, so...
Yeah, but here's the thing. I'm fairly certain a grenade launcher uses the blaster skill and not the grenade skill.
It only takes the one bad roll.
And also it can be aimed much, much further away.
See, that's the real trick with the grenade launcher, is lobbing it way the fuck far away.
Just make sure we don't use any close quarter combat situations, and we should be good. Or if we do lob it through a door, we at least make sure we're right next to the door, not across from it. I think the moral of the story is that there's a lot that can be learned from the guy who threw the grenade and killed his own party.
Yeah. Say, brain suddenly thought of a thing and then forgot it again immediately. Never mind.
Well, we got our back to tank. Are we buying the grenade launcher?
Yeah. Oh yeah, do I get a response back from the mysterious Mr. K they're saving?
Alright, spark my memory. Who was that?
Arden Koth, an SIS chief, ex-Jedi.
He's not... Is he on this planet? Yes, he is.
Yes.
He said. Alright, let me...
Different ring. I have no idea what he's doing on this planet because he's one of those special snowflakey types, but he is here as well.
Alright, make me a knowledge roll, streetwise if
Okay.
you got it, and we'll just use that to see if you get a response before you guys need to leave.
Sure. $16?
Okay, yeah. You get a just simple reply back that you recognize as a dead drop.
Oh, excellent. How far away is it?
So before you like confirm this little drop off, do remember that you gave the data pad over to the intelligence broker. So what exactly are you trying to give this fella?
Nothing. I'm looking for a little bit of cash for, burning down a Imperial intelligence safe house.
Okay, so you're just hoping to.
To make a little scratch.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so it's just maybe like 15, 20 minutes walking away.
Sure. You know what? I will take my swoop out of the ship and take that on a leisurely ride and just, stop by this dead drop.
Are you going to go alone?
Just going on a casual little ride.
Hmm.
Okay.
I'll tell you right now, if I get mysteriously abducted, just leave me for dead. I'm fairly sure it's not happening on this occasion, but, just count your blessings and all that shit. And I'm going to get on my bike and ride.
All right. Yeah, so you zip off to the dead drop. It's in fact just like an extraordinarily old like analog mailbox sitting on a street corner on almost the surface, but maybe like 20
Look
levels
that
up
up.
from that. It's
Sure.
probably been here for like 1,000 years. And you creak it open and stick your hand in. And indeed, there's a tiny little bundle down at the bottom that you can pull out. And inside is a handwritten note that just says, good job. And it has the little Jedi Order symbol. And then there's a little credit stick.
Neat.
And
Is
on
there a
the stick,
display on how much?
yeah, it's just 1,000 creditos.
Excellent. Yep, and then I will continue my casual swoop ride.
Alright. I'm going to go refill my drink and let my dog in, so if you guys have any other shopping needs you need to take care of, feel free to do that.
I guess I'm gonna add a jetpack to my possessions.
Yeah, go for it. I'll take the cash out of party loot and flying robot.
Okay.
In fact, hang on a moment, because I'll try and make a bargain and reduce the cost a bit.
All right. Fair.
I kind of also want one.
Oh my god. Alright, I'll make 2 bargain rolls. Maybe it's if we're buying in bulk, we'll get some more money off.
Yeah, we'll see how much of a discount you can get. If it's like a decent one, then go for one for me as
So-
well. If not, just H1.
Sure.
What kind of work do you think we should try and get after this to resupply our coffers? Perhaps we can do some drug running. Or
We could do, but I don't really fancy a drug run. Since we kind of want to treat in like vaguely a public space, it's kind of harder to get away with, peddling stuff that's illegal.
Besides, our obvious job calling would be demolitions.
Oh god.
Just an observation. I mean, we seem to have many places blow up wherever we go.
Force preserve us, I do not want us to be thought of as breachers. You know what happens to those people? They usually die in explosions.
Well, Ash is right. That was the second most fatal MOS in the war.
Presumably the other one was bait.
Oh no, Jedi bodyguards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I say bodyguards.
meat shields?
You go and you hang around a Jedi, and then you jump on grenades and throw yourself in the way of lightsabers.
Alright then, how about I suggest this? If on our next mission we manage to go through the entire planet without blowing something up, I'll say yes, we should not become demolitions experts.
Oh. But I just
Alright.
required all this nice programming.
Yeah, well, we don't have to be experts at it. We could just,
And by saying
make
nice,
it a
I
side
mean
profession.
2D plus 1,
Hey, it's better than fucking all.
I guess.
Speaking of which, I hope you don't plan on being too inebriated during the ride over to the next planet,
Why would that be?
because my scouting droid just came in and I'm going to use it to help you train and dodge.
Thanks, but I don't want to get shot at by a robot for an entire journey.
Unfortunately, it would be a better alternative to getting shot at when you finally do arrive and not waking up again.
Look, I'm very good at dodging. I was just unlucky. Probably actually better at it than you are.
There is no luck, only the Force.
No, I believe there is also luck. Otherwise, the Force wants me dead and it can go fuck itself.
Listen, Lilash, how about this? If you train with the blaster, well, train with the scouting droid to dodge, I'll do anything you want.
But I don't want you to do anything. It's not a good trade. And you'll
Sure.
usually do things that I ask anyway, because you're a good person.
Hmm.
And usually I'm asking for something relatively sensible, or, something that we all need anyway.
You do need to learn how to dodge blasters better.
I'm already good at it. I was just bad luck.
I swear I'm good at it, guys.
I'm fucking meant to be, at least. This fucking game's a piece of shit. It just treats me like ass, but I have a 5D plus 1 in dodge. I'm incredibly good at it.
But when
That is a lot.
Yes, it is literally my highest skill, tied with shooting, something that I also never succeed at. My literal best skills are shooting things and not getting shot, and I can't do either of them.
But I'm confused. When I lost my duel with the Blind Jedi and I said that I was simply unlucky, you said that my skills were simply lacking. Does that not apply for you?
I don't remember actually saying that, to be fair.
Still want you to train.
That, and I tell you what, I mean, the reality in this case is that I don't have to try and pump up the ego of the person who shot me because they're dead.
Just put my mind.
Whereas I'm, in a pretty good friendly relationship with the blind lady.
It would just put my mind at rest. It doesn't have to be intensive training. Just once or twice every week, just to make sure that your reflexes are staying sharp.
Fine.
Thank you, Lilash.
Grumbles.
Just think of it as exercise. Yes, exercise.
Oh, goodness. I am starting to suspect that the Force actually kind of wants me dead.
No, the Force simply wants you to struggle.
That sounds even worse, frankly.
It is. But at least it does not want you dead.
No, I would rather just be dead then, unless it just, this ethereal, existence in the world just wants me to have a hard time forever. Fuck. It's a really bad deal.
I mean, I always could teach you some of the dark side if you dislike the Force. You didn't even let me finish explaining.
I had the word dark side. Look, if ever I'm gonna, give into the dark side, it's because, if I were to fucking pull a surprise turncoat and join the forces of evil, it would get everyone out here alive. Which I think is a pretty reasonable direction to look.
I mean, if you don't wish to learn, it's fine. It's not like I'm that eager to teach you. It's simply
God, no, you shouldn't be eager at all. In fact, I would be eager to encourage you to not do anything dark-sidey like ever, because that shit's evil. It's called dark for a reason.
Are you insinuating that because something is dark, that it's evil?
No, I'm insinuating that if you are looking at two sides and one is light and one is dark, very specifically, and the propaganda will be indicative of the light side representing pure choice, then by default, the other one has to be evil. I don't actually necessarily believe that darkness is evil. It is inherently useful in all sorts of ways. That considered, I am also a morally ambiguous smuggler and gambler and liar and cheat.
In
I
our
feel like
personal experience, it was the Dark One that created
You know, fucked our day up really hard and, killed a lot of innocent people.
created the black hole device, nearly got us killed on a moon, and the ones who were aligned with that side attempted to blow us up, kidnapped
Yep.
Ivy, and then attempted to explode us when they could not win.
Hmm.
I mean, of course, the dark side has been abused and used for evil. I won't argue that. The dark side of the Force itself is not evil. It's simply misunderstood.
Perhaps. I mean, as I say, like, you're also correct in that I don't technically believe that doing the wrong thing is inherently evil. Again, self-professed smuggler and illegal trader and doer of a lot of things that they really shouldn't be if they're supposed to be a good person. That said, I feel like there is a statistically large number of people who utilize this dark side and also happen to be outrageous shit cunts.
I cannot argue said statistics with you. It's just simply a thought if you ever grow tired of following the whims of the Force.
I mean, I feel like I kind of already don't particularly follow its whims, but, I will keep it in mind. As I say, if I'm ever going to be considering some kind of dark side stuff, there's probably got to be a particularly good reason for it, like, lives on the line, etc. Not, I'm just having a hard fucking time of things. It's a bit of a cop-out. I wonder when Saving will return. This is where he's been like talking this whole time, like, why can't anyone hear me? Why aren't you listening? You just want to talk bullshit instead.
Bullshit.
Well, more presumably, it's Tasha time.
Tasha.
Also, I feel as if this point must be made, Ivy.
What?
You went behind the back of the group to do something and put your life and potentially the rest of ours in danger. We came
You mean
so
potentially?
So you want to go to an Imperial intelligence hideout and get shot? Because that's what happens when Republic agents come to a Imperial hideout. They
Hey,
get shot.
first, totally
Hello.
not Republic agents.
They certainly seem to think you are.
They definitely think you are. Also, I'm back.
Every-
Hello. My
Hello.
doggy puked, so I had to clean that up.
Fun.
In between lovely torture sessions, they are convinced that you people are Republic intelligence.
they can think whatever they want since they already wish us dead in the first place. It doesn't
Well, no,
change.
I mean,
my-
I'd rather they didn't think that, but no, that's not to the point of the conversation.
Yes.
I can go places where you guys can't, and I will go, and when I feel like I should, I will. Sometimes I get a little tortured, that's fine.
Let's face it, I think that your days of being thought of as, a member of the Imperials as opposed to the Republic just kind of got forcibly ended by association of that exploded building and the torture and shit like that. So, if you go off for one of these clandestine meetings again, then actually just tell us this time.
Well, I wasn't going to tell you the first time. Imagine me telling him, and she'll point at Cal, that I'm going to meet a Imperial agent to ask why I'm effectively banished from Sith space.
It wouldn't have
Everyone would be dead.
It wouldn't have been the dumbest thing this party has partaken of. I've imitated a Sith officer several times.
Why would you do that more time? Never mind.
Exactly. It was not a smart move. The point is that now you're a part of this group.
Yeah, I guess no need to walk into life-threatening situations without at least letting us know.
We are small and against a larger force. The only way we survive is by complete trust of one another.
I wasn't sure how you would take me knowing someone from Imperial intelligence.
Well, now you know at least.
Yes, I am not cut in half. A surprising development, really.
I
Yeah.
asked, I asked nicely. Please do not betray the trust of the group again. Cannot guarantee that next time we'll be in time to rescue you.
Of course, little kitty cat. Sorry. Is my internet dead?
No,
No.
we're waiting
No.
on saving
Oh,
now
okay. It was dead
I
silence.
think
Okay.
he's gotten called away again.
No, I'm right here.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
I have no idea what's
Continuing
going
on.
on. So hello.
I'd like to make a bargain for H1 to get a jetpack.
Okay.
And if it's a good deal, I would like to also include getting one for Starek and see if I can get a bulk deal. Or maybe they do BOGOs on jetpacks.
All right. Give me a roll.
Fuck!
All right.
Wank dice.
You can
Sorry.
get a mighty 15% off.
Well, I mean, that adds up when you're dealing in the thousands.
Mm.
Would you like one as well?
Let me just run that through a calculator. It's 4,500 base price, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And that's 3,825 instead.
Yeah, if you would like one as well.
If you guys are okay with that,
Yeah, sure.
it will definitely have to come out of the group.
Yep.
Pot.
That's fine. Yeah, go for it. You guys, now we get to have two thingies.
Yeah, you acquire yourself a couple of jetpacks.
Can I get a jetpack?
You already jump crazy, and also I believe we're now out of money for jetpacks.
It's worth asking.
How much have we got left?
Like, have you knocked the jetpacks off the like 7.5K off then? We've got like 4,000 or so.
Technically, we could get another.
Let's not.
But
get
we
a third
also
one.
we do need to replenish ship food.
Resupply the ship, and need enough just to make sure we can cover an unforeseen issue.
Yep, or even a foreseen issue. Let's
Or
face it.
even that.
So yeah, Saban, how much do you like knock our supplies back up to the full 3 months?
I think it's 1 credit per person day, so however much that adds up to.
H1 doesn't need food, so that's 4 credits per day, and we've got to do 36 days. 144 for basic quality. Could splurge a little and get better.
Might as fucking well. We're in the planet of fancy bullshit. Well, the moon, sorry, of fancy bullshit. Above the planet of misery and slavery, but, you know, the moon of fancy bullshit. Might as well get slightly nicer stuff.
And I feel like this is also the moon of misery and bullshit. It's just on a lower level than where you guys are living.
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, the entirety of the planet that Shaddaa floats around is the worst. The
Yes.
air is toxic, and everyone that isn't a hut or a gangster is literally just a slave. Like, there's no in between. Unlike here, where you at least have people who can make a living working a job without being in a gang. Not a great living, but, you know, at least an living.
And living, yes.
Yeah. Is there anything anyone else needs, wants, etc. before we hightail it into space and continue on our adventure for the missing guy, the researcher dude, not missing, just the researcher.
Yeah,
But we actually have a job.
Yeah, we do have a job.
Well, where is it? What is our
We
destination?
need to see it on the galaxy map.
sure. Let's pop over there.
Perhaps we can get some cargo to haul. Oh, hey, look, a new map.
We need to get to Takadana, I believe, yes?
Mm-hmm. That's the one.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get some cargo to haul over there while we're on our way.
Yep. Let's
Make
see
some
here.
credits from that.
I mean, frankly, we could do a jaunt into Corellia on the way there and, run something solid.
From Shaddaa to Corellia, then Corellia to Takadana.
Yeah. How would one go about trying to find, like, some easy haulage work?
Depending on how you want to go about it, it'd probably be
How-
either a planetary systems, streetwise, or cultures roll.
Would someone like to give me a assistance dice for streetwise?
Well, the
Sure.
+1, not a +1d, but yeah.
No, yeah. Cool.
Right, which are you rolling? Because that'll sort of...
Streetwise.
Right. So, in this case, it might be less than legal goods you're looking for. Just not
Yeah.
necessarily smuggling, but...
Oh, that's not a bad roll. You might be able to get something moderately legal.
Yeah, some questionably legal stuff, in that nice little gray area.
Gotta love that gray area.
So you're looking for stuff to run from Shaddaa to Corellia, and then just head over to Takadana?
Yeah. And then just do our work in Takadana.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the easiest cargo to pick up here in Nar Shaddaa and, Hudda directly underneath you would be slaves. But, I
How
feel
about
like...
drugs?
Yeah, there you go. Good
Or
old
weapons.
spice is always popular on Corellia, help the shipbuilders keep their spirits up and minds focused.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can find a member of some minor Huts gang who's willing to shell out a 1,700 credit commission fee for transport here, but of course we all know what happens if you fuck over a Hut, so you best be sure that this is a job
Don't lose
you
it.
can-
Don't lose your cargo.
Yeah.
Yeah. At least I'm gonna just double check. None of you guys have a spice addiction, correct?
Right.
Okay,
I
cool.
mean,
I don't think
addicted
anyone's
to
gonna
illegal substances.
I mean, I'm a cat. I didn't have a choice.
squint.
Is that a yes or a no?
For a Khajiit, it's not addiction, it's a way of life.
This is true, but you're thinking of the sugar. It's different. This is the spice and everything nice. But yeah, okay. It would seem that no one is planning to inhale the product en route, so everything should be fine.
Alright, well, as long as it is, then yeah, they're willing to give you a try.
Sure. How much is that?
So it's an indeterminate number of, or weight of spice between like 6 small containers, and it's a 1,700 credit transport fee.
Sure. Alrighty. Spice cargo 6 small. Sweet. I am ready to move drugs.
Hooray!
It's a lot easier than moving people. Nor would I be particularly inclined to move people.
All right. If the party's ready, then you can take off and get underway.
Sweet. Let's do the thing.
Okay. The party packs up their various possessions and some crates of Huttese spice onto the dame, seals her up, takes off, and you're fine. You launch off into orbit amongst the hundreds of other ships coming and going, punch in the coordinates, and make way. If you want H1, you can give me an astrogation roll to try and get a shorter trip, but Corellia to Nar Shaddaa is such a common route that you don't need to make a roll just to get there.
If it'll speed up if it could speed our way.
Because the standard distance with your hyperdrive is going to be like 20 days. Okay, that's enough to shave it down to like 16, I think.
Okay. Damn you ones.
There's some ones in there. Alright, so you take a little creative hyperspace laning. Take some back ways that aren't so well traveled, but the good thing about hyperspace travel is that there's no random encounters or anything, so as long as you don't completely botch the roll, you get there, no problem. So, who wants to tell me what Corellia is like during the Tor era? And by me, I mean obviously our live audience here.
You know what? I'm just gonna see if there's a fucking blurb instead. Here we go. Corellia, one of the founding worlds of the Galactic Republic, it nonetheless prides itself on its independence. Some of the finest starships in the galaxy are made on Corellia, along with their daring pilots, men and women looking to explore, to trade, or just to stay ahead of the law. These cities, like the people, are distinctly Corellian, incorporating natural landscape into their design despite a heavy manufacturing base. The Corellian government recently agreed to turn over power to the Sith Empire. This has resulted in riots in the streets and open revolution despite Imperial claims of legitimacy, and the capital of Coronet City has become a battlefield.
Although that's
2 years that happens in 2 years from now. So right now it's fucking idyllic. It is all that other stuff except for before the Corellian government recently turned over power.
Alright, so perhaps there's some Sith sympathies on the planet, but primarily
It's a republic.
Yeah, it's a republic world, as it should be.
No, it's technically independent, even though it's part of the Galactic Republic. They are their own government and do not play by their laws. And this is the planet of Han.
How does that work?
Star Wars. This is the planet of Han Solos. Do you think they would be tied down to the man? Literally, like this is where everyone gets their Han Solo things.
Well, I'm guessing since it's rather you're part of the Republic or the Sith Empire.
No, they are independent.
Yeah, they get to say they're independent and be independent, but the Republic gets to be like, well, they're not the Sith, so they're Republic.
They're not the Empires.
Yes, since it has to be one or the other. If you're independent or Republic, you just count as Republic.
Correct.
Or whatever.
Yes, their government is not tied to the the Republic. However, they are in Republic space, and I believe they avoid paying taxes because their starships and pilots are so freaking sweet and cool, you guys. Because everyone is Han Solo. Not even kidding, sadly.
Alright, so while you're going to this planet, the Death Star shows up and zaps it. Boom, everyone dies, but it's fine because nothing of value was lost.
Well, no, because everyone got off the planet and ran a blockade because everyone is Han Solo.
Fuck. Anyway, yeah, you get to Corellia. You land on a idyllic city planet. Much like Demeter to the south, galactic-wise. It's a nice, relatively untouched world as far as the Great War went. You pass by the vast shipyards hanging overhead, land down on the surface, get your refueling, stock back up on food if you so desire, and find a contact for the drugs. Given that you are coming from Nar Shaddaa, though, unless you'd like to do something about it, they will probably want to inspect your cargo at the docks.
Let's see here. Is the cargo small enough to be gotten off a swoop?
Maybe one of the crates, but you have like 6 of them.
6 of them. You know what? Let's open up a little old crawl space, put all of that cargo in there, and we also happen to have, literally just junker stuff and scrap cargo salvage that we could just dump on top of it to hide it. The classic.
Okay. Yeah, no
And
problem.
we'll leave one illegal thing in view just so we can be like, well, we were in Nar Shaddaa, obviously. And so, blind screen it a bit.
Okay. Is it one illegal thing from the cargo, or are you going to sack something of yours?
You know what? If the spice is packageable, I will just move some to a tiny baggie and just have it in view. And if they don't confiscate, I'll put it back in the cargo later. But
Okay.
we'll see.
Give me a perception con or hide roll, your choice.
Sure, let's go with hide sneak. Can I get a +1, please?
I'm back.
14.
All right. Well, the good news is that they don't confiscate your stuff. The bad news is the inspector who comes aboard, I guess, catches a glance at some of the credit chits lying around and thinks that clearly, since you've been to Nar Shaddaa and have the resources to afford such luxuries, you could pay a little excise tax to the local, constabulary retirement fund.
Sure. Tell you what, instead of that, which is something that he might have to split, I happen to very recently have acquired a very nice pallet of decent alcohol, as opposed to shipboard swill or whatever they can make in the government office toilets. Can I instead bribe him with a couple of them?
Yeah, I think that's a fair trade.
Dope.
Nice.
Eventually, we gotta try intimidating them to step down instead of giving every guy who wants a little extra off the top.
Are you kidding? If I ever get a legitimate job, this is how I will make my money. It's like tips in the service industry. And if I don't want to piss off these guys here, then, great. Because I'm sure if we disagreed, wink, wink, he would confiscate that small packet of spice I left out to, keep them from seeing the real haul, and then impound our ship. Because, you don't fuck with people in charge. So yeah, I'll make do with giving into low-grade bullies. It does well to keep them pretty.
All right.
Yeah.
So, once that's out of the way, you guys have no problem hanging out on Corellia for as long as you so desire.
All right. We got the Force Crystal, and we got the guy we need to go meet to get it examined. So where is he at?
You don't have the Force Crystal.
We don't have the crystal itself, and no, we're not on Corellia. Sorry, he's not on Corellia. He's on another planet we need to get to. This was our pit stop, so that we could make a little bit of money, and because we just needed a pit stop, frankly.
Never mind then.
Yeah, we don't actually have anything to do here, but it is one of the places to be if you want to get cool shit for a spaceship. I don't think that there's anything particularly special in the book, sadly. I don't know if you've noticed anything cool hanging around.
No, but you can always ask me, because there are indeed rules for souping up your ship.
How big is our ship again?
It's a little scout ship.
So
It's about the
Okay,
size
like-
of the Falcon.
Okay, so it's about the size. Okay, so bigger than like a PT boat.
Yeah, it's like somewhere between a Pelican dropship and the Falcon. Probably more Falcon than Pelican.
So nowhere near like Firefly, but okay. Let me look something up. Hmm.
Yeah. I mean, getting the ship souped up further seems like a good move if we can do it here.
Hmm.
Yeah. Sorry, Seven. Did you say how long it took from Shaddaa to Corellia?
Yes, it was 16 days.
Alright. So replacing that supply, that'll be.
It does require also skill point investment to upgrade the ship.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can do the like initial bit and then spend the skill points when we want it to take effect. Yes. So it's like
Yeah,
you've
that's-
got all the parts, but blah 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 blah.
For sure. You can make the modifications while you're, traveling from place to place. Also, as a
Okay.
side note, if you guys have any skill points you want to spend, this is a journey. In fact, you're done on Nar Shaddaa, so I can give you rewards now if you so desire, and you can spend
I
them.
would love some rewards. Yeah.
Alright.
If I get enough, I can install one of these smuggling compartments.
I have something that I do want to do, but
Okay.
so saving.
Mhm.
With my past as it was, do I have any knowledge of imperial designed stealth ships, specifically the stealth generator? It would be neat if we went on a quest to get one of those. We and become defiant.
Yeah, I'm sure you know they exist, but like you have no idea how they operate or any
Well,
technical
no,
data
yeah.
on them.
Not that, but do I know where any were produced? Basically, would I be able to start a quest hook for us to find the stealth field generator?
Uh,
Would you like me to make some kind of roll?
yeah, I'm looking at that. I think knowledge technology, perhaps.
I was more hoping for like my background.
Mm.
Like my background in intelligence. So like a knowledge technology and then like a bonus for
It's more I'm setting the DC low.
okay. Well, it's impossible then, but I'll do it anyways.
Do you have like a negative dice in knowledge?
What? No, I just only have like 2D, and I'm assuming that something like that would be more than even 12.
No, it's probably like a 10 because you have the background in it. And it's not necessarily that you won't know anything, it's just do you know where to go, or would you need to find a middleman between you and that quest line starting?
Dice rolled 2, modifiers none, target number 10.
Mhm.
Nope.
Nope. But I'm sure you have a contact out there who might have, say, defected from the Empire at some point with information about that.
Hey, we're Coreward, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is it like I'm sure you might, as in I can think of someone,
Yeah.
or it might eventually come up?
You
Oh,
should
okay.
think of someone and tell me, who, what, and where.
Oh, Saver, don't make Stray do another I know Lando roll because it's going to go like it did last time.
Now, he's already made the roll. He doesn't need to make another roll to generate the contact. I'm just saying he gets to
You
decide
just have
who
to
and
roll
what
circles.
Okay. Why is any of this okay? All right. So, there was we were sent to on a capture kill mission, right? Because of a couple of defected scientists. We managed to get one, but another escaped, and one of the ones who escaped, one was the one we killed was bioscience. The one who escaped was Genton Dreyfus.
Genton Dryflee. Well, no wonder he ran away with a name like that.
Well, but okay.
She. Okay.
Even worse.
Hey, Star Wars name generator, leave me alone. It was better than Frenelli Wigmac. Here were the other ones that came up.
Wow, okay, so I've been in a shitty mood for like the past week, and even that one cheered me up over how stupid it is.
These are all the other ones that came up. All right, and you know what? The name that actually came up on here, it was this one. Oh, hang on. Like the Genton name that came up, it was this. This was gonna be her last name if I didn't change it.
Burmaps.
So I took it from, and every other single one. It's Wigmac, Linhao, Watlau, Poin, Sol, Fearwit. Literally Fearwit was another one. So I was like, what's the least retarded name? All right, Dryflee.
What happens when you put like a dictionary or like just thesaurus words into a like a low-grade paper shredder that leaves most of it intact still? Fucking Mr.
Dictionary into a
Wigmac.
blender.
So this was the best one. Genton Dryflee.
I guess it was the best one. That's a low bar to hit, but you hit it.
Hey, not my fault. Name generator's
No.
fault. Because it's surprisingly difficult to come up with, like, well, not difficult, but it's annoying to come up with Star Wars names, except for the fact that, because, like George Lucas said, the naming convention, set the naming convention with everyone other than Luke, and then Luke is just spelled like Luke. But everything else is, you have, like, Anakin and Obi-Wan.
Mm-hmm.
It's confusing. Anyways. So, yeah. So, I never actually asked when I came aboard. Who's your de facto captain? Starrick or Lilesh?
The ship belongs to Stark. I'm the words talky person, so some people treat me like the captain. But also, both of us would be fucking useless without H1 the pilot.
Okay, that didn't help.
No, yeah, we don't really have a captain, so I guess we're an open forum.
Technically, it's me.
No. We're an open forum, you see. No, we don't believe in titles like captain or in charge.
Okay. How very libertine of you.
I mean, after all, the hierarchy leads to Sith Empire. Sith Empire leads to Dark Side.
Oh, yeah, sure. Anyways, so now that we've established that you're all anarchists, I do have something that may help as recompense for the little kerfuffle we got into. How would you like for the dame to be outfitted with a prototype stealth field generator?
Huh. Those are real?
Sith Empire was working on one. And I happen to know that a friend of mine, well, less of a friend, more of an acquaintance. I heard about it in circles, you understand.
Yeah.
And, well, she kind of defected from the Empire and vanished into the core word. I can tell you her name and what she looked like, but she was designing stealth field generators. Specifically,
technology role.
specifically, she might know where we could pick one up. Or, might know where one is where we can horrendously murder the person that has it and take it for our own.
I feel like someone like that who defected is gonna be under some really, really tight Republic security.
I don't think that intelligence was a part of that. It was a very messy escape. I think they just ran. I'm fairly certain that from the stories I heard, she was the only survivor of her group that tried to run away.
Maybe it's worth a shot.
Logic stands that she's probably somewhere, somewhere here around the core. I would put my guess either here on Corellian, Coruscant, or Dantooine. Though I would put Dantooine as lowest because that's just a farming world, and I think she would want to lose herself in lots and lots of people. So
She doesn't
best
wanna
bet would
become a
probably be
bug
Coruscant
farmer.
or Corellian.
Oh, Dantooine, where you farm with giant bugs.
Isn't Dantooine Outer Rim?
I thought Dantooine was just outside of Corward. Hang on, let's find out. Dantooine. Oh, it's Outer Rim. Never
Yeah,
mind.
you're probably thinking of Tython as the Jedi place with farms on it.
I guess I just didn't want to say Tython. So she would have done one of two things. I'm guessing.
There was a
She
Jedi
was-
temple on Dantooine.
Hmm.
Either she tried to lose herself on a really, really big world, or tried to lose herself on like an isolated swamp world, but she didn't go outside. She just kind of went to Corward, and pretty much everything here is settled. Actually, I would put a good bet here on Corellian, given that it's a manufacturing world. But she might have thought that people would think that an engineer would go to an engineer planet and specifically didn't go there because of that.
Too smart.
In any event, I do have her picture and all of her relevant data. I will put it into your ship's computer. You can. I would suggest asking your Republic intelligence buddies.
I mean,
Though honestly, if we could figure it out for ourselves, that means we just get to keep it for ourselves.
I don't want to involve them like ever again, but we kind of have to occasionally to keep the ship and stuff.
Yeah, well, at the very least, you could ask them about this person. You don't need to tell them what she actually did. She was so high-ranking that every all Imperial records on the project are sealed. No one knows what she actually did.
Yeah, makes sense.
It's amazing what the things people do.
Sure. Okay. Could ask them about them. Yeah, what the rest of you guys think?
I will go where you go.
That is true. I will give H1 a fond pat on the rubber head.
I'm on board for this.
I would like to be in an invisible ship. That does sound pretty fucking cool.
Though, I'm a little iffy about going any further into the core.
Yeah.
I mean, remember that just because I'm on Transleash doesn't mean they're not gonna be mad at me if they spot me.
Right. That makes sense.
Still get to keep the ship, but I don't particularly feel like a court-martial.
Fair enough.
I am going to grab a beer that I hid.
Secret beers.
It's like my emergency bourbon I used to have.
Except you drank all the emergency. You needed a fresh emergency bourbon?
I do need a fresh emergency bourbon, but I just didn't want to walk all the way down to pick it up because it's like 100 degrees outside.
That makes sense.
Be right back.
Sure. Yeah, I suppose for now we should probably focus on our gerb thing, but we can put a couple of feelers out there about this, because even if we don't go for it, it's useful knowledge, stuff we can collect.
But yes, I was thinking that with an angry Sith Lord on our tail, being able to turn invisible in space would be pretty nice.
Yeah.
As powerful as the Force is, she can't actively guide Imperial blaster bolts to us by sensing us with the Force. Well,
Actually,
Imperial blaster cannons.
Actually,
Not-
she can.
Not what she is, though. That's not her specialty. She's a marauder.
There's a
She's-
thing in the rulebook for force sense using for piloting. That's
Yeah,
just
for
mechanically
piloting. But my character's also saying she's a marauder. She wasn't trained to do that. She was trained to stab people in the face and do it very, very well. Now,
Yeah, I
if we
do
were
want
talking
to avoid
about
face stabbing.
one of the Inquisitors, well, 50-50 chance that they'd still be able to target you while cloaked.
Only 50-50.
Well, yeah, it's still very, very hard to reach out into the void of space, because according to what my sister blathers on about, the Force is an energy field that surrounds us and binds us all together, and it's created by life, and it's created by life, and it creates life. Well, there's nothing in space aside from giant worms that want to eat you, so it's much harder.
I heard someone say they once saw a space dragon.
A space dragon, you say?
It was probably full of shit, but, I mean,
Or alcohol.
it might not have been.
Tell you what, though, the Dame could totally use some sweet dragon decals.
Rocket launchers,
That too.
concussion
Should-
torpedoes,
I feel like we should have been handled after session.
proton torpedo launchers would be good too.
Yeah. I forget, we've got like a door gun on this thing and like a front blaster, and that's it. Let's have a
Turrets.
look here. I can't remember.
There
Oh,
are
sorry.
a pair,
Yeah, we
there
got
are
two.
a pair
Yeah, we
of
got two cannons in
ventral.
there.
Yeah, you also have a door gun, but also cannons.
Yeah, we did have cannons on it. Hooray! Big guns.
So on that note, would you guys like some skill points?
I fucking love some skill
Yes,
points.
please.
I thought some of you might. Alright. So... performance. Did the crew succeed on their objectives and overcome most of the challenges they faced? For
Yes.
this, you shall get a mighty 3 skill points. Teamwork. Did the team work well together and rely on each other to overcome challenges? I don't think so, considering more than once the party was split up all over the planet or going off on their own. So everyone gets 3. And now you individually earn skill points based on the following. Would anyone like to say that their skills were critical to overcoming a challenge? Did you overcome with clever solutions or win new allies to your cause?
Cal and Ivy. Without those two, then Lilesh would be very fucking dead.
Yep, I would agree with that.
helped.
Mm-hmm. I think...
I always forget how points work in this game.
For now, just keep writing down. So you've got 4 now. I'm also going to give 1 to Lilesh for
Really?
for all of the negotiation type roles you made. You definitely have made the party much more wealthy.
I have 4. What are they called? Skill points.
So
Neato.
far. Embodiment. Did you play your character according to their personality traits? Did you call in your connections or make new ones and push towards your objectives? Does
I
anyone
mean, I
think-
feel like I
Ivy.
pushed towards my. Okay.
Yeah, Ivy, you can take 2 for this one.
Yep.
Would anyone else say that they did that, or someone else?
No. Besides some social
Um,
roles, I was pretty much self-serving and unsuccessful.
I mean,
I wasn't really successful in it, but I did
I didn't-
attempt to.
I didn't completely go on a gang slaughtering spree because I didn't want to risk H1.
Well, yeah, you did actually take the non-violent option in a situation surrounded by gang toughs where
yeah,
you
I
could
remember
very
that.
well have beaten them all to death instead, with probably quite a lot of ease. I would say that's deserving of something along the lines of him being less evil.
Yeah, alright. So Cal, you can gain a skill point, and I think you can lose a dark side point.
Nice.
Can as an opting to, or
No, can as in you do.
Damn.
I
I-
love that you're just like, no.
I would say, per the book, losing a skill point requires acting like that for a hell of a long time, not just one event.
I feel like well, it's not been one event. It's been everything since you killed that apprentice on Elorian, so most of the campaign so far. Also,
Yeah,
per
we
the
haven't
book,
had-
per the
we
book, I
haven't
don't
had
feel
enough-
like we're going
Sorry.
to have enough time for anyone to ever lose a dark side point,
Fair enough.
especially in a bi-weekly game. So yeah, you can lose a point.
I'm actually sad I'm losing that point. It actually made my force sense usable.
Well, then go murder some people.
Yep. Help, I've grown weak.
Oh,
Fuck, I've not been a bastard. I need to go
I've been
kick
a
some
bad-
puppies.
Bad boy.
Well, welcome to using the Force. Let's see. Did the party spend an inordinate amount of time bickering, arguing, or belittling each other? I don't think so. So, everyone gets however many skill points they had. So, between 3 and, 5 or 6.
What? Just how many do I get?
I don't know. What does
You
I
got
say?
6
There
straight.
you go.
6.
You-
Damn.
Yeah, you did the most in character furthering goals stuff. And
Oh, you're talking about I got 6 today. Oh yeah, I already marked that down. Sorry. I got confused as to what Saban was saying. Never mind. I thought he was saying aside from I wasn't paying attention to 6 more. Are you serious?
Now, this session you got a total of 6.
And you said earlier I actually gained a force point, right?
Yes, you do. So you shall start this next adventure out with a mighty 2 force points.
do you gain force points for saving people, even if you don't use a force to do it?
Yes. Although, actually, no, you don't. But Mers did, in fact, use a force point in order to guarantee she could save Ivy during a dramatic moment, which meets all the criteria to gain a force point.
Yeah, you don't have to use a force power. You do have to use a force point.
Okay.
I am slightly amused by this, as I think this means I now have the most force points in the party,
You do.
even more than
Yep.
the 2 trainee Jedi.
Oh yeah, no, I've only got the one, and it's unlikely I'll ever be successful enough to.
I started with 2, but spent 1.
Yep, same.
Alright, so what's the party's next move?
Onwards
Guess
to our
continue
next-
on.
Yeah, our next place.
Alright, in that case, H1, would you like to give me a astrogation roll to get to Takadana in less than 12 days?
Sure.
Okay, yeah. There is a little used old military lane that takes you right past there. With a little creative calculations, you get the group there in a mere 7 days. Boom.
Nice.
And thus we pan down into normal space as the dame pops into real space. In the background are the thousands and thousands of stars of the night sky, and we pan down to this lush, verdant green and blue world, almost Earth-like in every respect, with no great civilizations or mighty empires upon it. A mere peaceful, old, and very, very quiet world. Perhaps as opposite to Nar Shaddaa as one can get, as you zip down towards its surface, and somewhere there, deep in an ancient ruin, is an eccentric professor who might know something about this strange force crystal your friend has. And that, I think, is where we're going to leave it off for the night.
Okay.
Alright.
We did it.
You didn't die, yay!
Hooray!
Hey, at this rate, that's a genuine accomplishment.
It
Yep,
is. You
agreed.
did the thing. So yeah, thank you guys for playing. I'm sorry this is a short one, but I got like 5 hours of sleep last night, and my doggy's sick.
Fair enough.
It's okay.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Thank you guys very
It's
much
cool,
for
bro.
watching stream, and make sure to tune in tomorrow for the dramatic conclusion of Wolfram's life, and also sporks.
I am excited.
Bye stream.
I
Bye
always am.
YouTube.